Hey divas, it's early morning here in Australia and I went to go and meet my trainer. Haven't worked out for a little while and I was early by 45 minutes, so I'm taking the time to do my prayers and to move my body and really deeply commit. And I wanted to share a quick little ritual with you today. So when we make vows and commitments, we establish a deep alignment with ourselves. Hey, Stein. So I just said, when we make a commitment and a vow, we establish a deep commitment and we begin to change the very fiber of our being. If we're all just vibrating divine energy, right, and life force, which we are, by making these vows and these commitments, we literally change the very fiber of our existence, first energetically and then externally. So today I want to ask you, what vows are you going to make to yourself? What commitments are you going to make? And what commitments maybe do you need to release? Things that no longer serve you. There's usually a lot of subconscious vows and commitments that we've made. If you want to believe in past lifetimes, also, they're sort of these silent forces that throw us off course. And I have a little beautiful ritual around that, and I just ask that may all bonds, cords, commitments, vows, contracts, obligations, hooks and threads that no longer serve me, may they be released from my past, my present and future lifetimes, so that I may now command that I come back into my divine, rich and potent frequency. Yes, thank you. So I want you to really spend some time today thinking about what your new vows and commitments are to yourself. It might be in relationship. Hey, gorgeous Adet. It might be in business. Hey, everyone. It might be around how you're serving, how you're making money, how you're showing up online. I was sharing on one of my last free trainings. I've got another one coming up next week, a Rich Diva Masterclass Live, if you haven't come before. And I was sharing that the number one common trait of all under earners, and you could even be making 100, 200 grand, 300 grand, 500 grand a year, $1 million even a year, and you could still be under earning, right? Hey, Christine. So the kind of whole thing around under earning, when we're looking at it from that perspective, or from the perspective that I'm talking about, one is, and I'll just finish the statement first off, so the number one common thread of all under earners is a high threshold. Hey, Katie. Hey, gorgeous. Is a high threshold for scarcity, and you don't even know you're doing it usually. Hey, Marianne. So you're in kind of a pattern of behavior and you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And I totally get it. I totally have done that myself. And you don't even kind of realize, if you know that you feel off, it doesn't feel good. You know that you want something more, but you're kind of not completely aware. It's sort of like you're in the dark around what it is that you're actually doing that's not really getting the result. And so you just keep doing it. So if you've been doing that right now, a really beautiful intention call is, I now vow to open myself up to a deeper level of possibilities of abundance and service, where servitude now dissolves from every single cell of my being. I am now going to take full responsibility for my income, my money, my business, my life, my relationships, right? Because really at the end of the day, business is just a relationship. What type of relationships do you want, and what sorts of shifts do you need to make in order to receive a higher level of income and abundance? For me, going back to the point of under earning, even at $1 million, like when you start to make that kind of money, and I should know because I do, so I'm not talking from out of my butt, it's great, awesome, whatever, but it becomes so much more, because your base income and everything that you need to just survive and to even have a pretty lush life, and you're able to travel, you're able to pay off your mortgage, whatever, you can have a nice car, whatever it is, all that sort of stuff. But really at the end of the day, I've got to get this across, you actually have more time, you have more space, and you definitely can create the impact, right? So for me, I only feel at the income level that I'm at, I'm not really under earning per se, but my reach, I want it to be a lot deeper, a lot richer, a lot more expansive. I want to create really radical change from a position of deep overflow and nourishment. So I would be asking myself the same question: what is my commitment? What is my vow? What do I need to release? What do I need to give up in order for that to be? And I don't mean give up something that I love and hold dear, and no sacrifice. I'm not talking about that. Like, there might be a mindset, there might be an emotion, there might be a story. You might need more forgiveness of self and others. You might be, like, I was speaking to a woman, she just went to the Joe Dispenza course on the weekend, and which is wonderful. I couldn't go, I was away in the States, so it was I was traveling. Anyway, so she was saying that I still have this feeling of kind of like, she wants to get over 10K, she can't ever get over 10K. And I just said, I can just tell by your frequency right now too, a little bit, there's this self-attacking energy. It's sort of like, it's very heavy around the fact that, and you keep saying, I can't get over this level. So what you need to do is you need to come into a deeper level of love and alignment, and you need to be a lot more gentle with self. And there's all these different things that I can support with in terms of the energy and the emotion, hey gorgeouses, that needs to be resurrected and restored in order for you to receive that reality. And I will tell you that more income and money is also about cultivating a deeper presence of love within yourself, allowing yourself to sell, to pitch, to be seen, to be heard, to, all of that, like that you're more than enough. But when you have this higher level of vibration, as well as the systems and the structures in your business, you will book clients. It's just how it works. The other thing that I see so many divine women missing in their businesses is, a system whereby you're getting automated, hey Laura, hey Deanna, how are you? Automated leads coming into your business, people that are literally crying out for you, hey Rosen, who are wanting you and needing you, and yet they can't find you because, number one, you're still hiding, number two, you're not asking for the sale, and number three, you don't have a way to establish. No one will buy from you. You're not going to have a transaction until you have trust, a deep sense of trust. I'm trying to make sure that I'm safe here. Hey Laura, hey Rihanna and gorgeous, I don't know how to pronounce your other name. Hey everyone. So yeah, you don't have a way, a content sort of stream, an opt-in, a funnel to really nurture those leads. So I highly recommend that you do that. I spoke to a woman the other day who spent $40,000, hey Heather, on coaching last year, and I was looking at her business and doing an overview of everything to see what needed to be put into place. And I'm like, well, sure, they were maybe okay, but you spend a shizload of cash and you don't have a streamlined system where there's constantly people coming in to get onto sales calls, to speak to them, to whether it's coming to a webinar, coming to a training, watching your free video series. This is all the stuff that we teach in my program, High End Empire. It's vital. If you haven't got that set up yet, you want to look at that and you want to get it on point. So another woman I spoke to, she spent a fortune on apparently a program that does teach this, but it's not set up. She hasn't set it up. And you must make sure that you want to work backwards as well on a funnel. Like, you want to make sure that you've got the offer very, very crystal clear. You need to know who you're speaking to. You need to be laser lucid clear about the problem you solve. And then that messaging needs to be articulated from the get-go, from the second they see an ad. Really, it's you're selling the opt-in then, and that when you get to the opt-in, it all needs to be congruent from the branding, the look and feel, the messaging. Anyway, so what is your commitment? What are your new commitments? And what are the commitments and vows that you may not be completely aware of? Take some time to just ask the divine to clear them for you from past lifetimes, present and future, right? So that you come into a holy, divine, rich, sublime space and vibration. Okay, gorgeouses. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Stephanie. I was early from my gym. I'm usually late, now I'm early. See, my frequency has changed. The other thing, I did a video. Hey, Donna. I did a video in my paid group yesterday in High End Empire, and I won't go into it too much, but really at the end of the day, you need to get okay with selling, and you need to get okay with talking about money, and we also teach that deeply. And the process that we teach, it works. Like, I just had a client reach out to me. She sold her first 10K, but another girl the other day who sold her first 9K. It's a really loving, beautiful invitation. You know, and one of the things that I will say around, say, objections and things like that, please don't take objections personally. You need to grow some lady kahunis and not make it about you. When someone shares an objection or a fear around working with you, I just either look at it a little bit with humor and then deep empathy, for example. So it's not about you. There are any fears that are coming up. It's about their journey, their story, and you've got to hold space for that. And you've got to have high emotional IQ and not take it personally. It's not personal. You know, does that make sense? You've got to be able to speak to it. Like, I had a woman completely like speaking to us about, oh, I don't like it. You know, the minute your sales diva like talked about the money part, it made me feel really uncomfortable. And I was like, I want to speak to this woman. Like, let's talk to her. So I reached out to her and we're having this beautiful conversation. She's absolutely amazing. And I'm like, what's that about? Like, because I'll tell you, you know, what I teach and what I stand for, and we're not going to feel embarrassed about talking about pricing, and neither should you. Like, so what's going on for you? So we had a beautiful chat, so I could listen to her and hear her. And we're having this conversation, and we'll continue to have a conversation. And it's a beautiful, loving conversation. I don't take what she said personally, because I feel really clear about how we run our business and how we speak about money, and I'm not going to be ashamed of that, right? No way. I mean, that is something that I'm literally wanting to eradicate for all women. It's like, these are my boundaries. This is what you pay. This is the process. This is the payment plan. This is what you get. So these are your commitments, and this is our commitment. So both parties are making a divine commitment. That's it. And it's beautiful. And when you are clear and articulate, for my whole way about it is, you have to be transparent. You don't want to hide what you're about, or you don't want to pretend to be. Like, you want to be really clear and honest about who you are. It's like going and dating someone, like these women who go and date men, and they try to be like something that the guy she thinks that he wants, that will make her lovable, but she's actually not really being honest, and it always breaks down because the truth will always come out. So my thing is, be honest and authentic and truthful. I'm trying to go across the road to get a coffee. Honest, authentic and truthful about who you are and how you want things to be run and what you stand for from the get-go, so people can make an objective choice. So you're not like trying to trick them into pretending as something that you're really not, right? Because you won't be happy and they won't be happy, and the whole thing goes to shit. So anyway, I'm sending you guys so much love. Have a beautiful divine day. Bless, bless, bless. I'm going to go and get coffee and work out. Mwah. Kisses.